The Pre-Rup was the state temple of King Rajendravarman II. It is a mountain temple built in the year 961, located just south of the large East Baray and the East Mebane, another mountain temple built by Rajendravarman II just 9 years earlier. In the early 20th century, the Pre-Rup had been completely overgrown and covered with soil. The temple was excavated during the 1930s by French conservators Georges Trouve and Henry Marchal. Stepped pyramid representing Mount Meru. Its architectural style is very similar to that of the earlier East Mebane, the major difference being the stepped pyramid of the Pre-Rup that is missing in the East Mebane temple. The laterite and brick structure represents the 5 mountain peaks of the sacred mountain Mount Meru, the center of the universe in Hindu mythology, dedicated to Hindu deities. An inscription in the temple mentions that the 5 prangs were dedicated to Shiva, Vishnu, Parvati and Lakshmi. Outer and inner enclosure. The temple used to be surrounded by moats. There are 2 enclosures, each with a gopura entrance gate at the center of each side. Between the outer and inner enclosure were long halls of which not much remains today. They were a predecessor of the galleries seen in later temples. 6 large towers to the east. Most striking feature of the Pre-Rup temple are the 3 large towers on either side of the eastern entrance, the main entrance of the temple. The first tower to the right of the entrance is missing, although the base is there. The tower was either never built or demolished and the stones used elsewhere later. The towers were probably built later during the reign of the next king, King Jayavarman V. The central tower. The central tower contains a sanctuary room. The lintels contain Indra riding the elephant Airavata, Vishnu on Garuda and other depictions. Inner enclosure. Just past the eastern gate of the inner enclosure are 2 large libraries, one on each side of the entrance that probably contained Hindu statues. Between the 2 libraries is a 3-meter-long structure that likely served as a pediment for a statue, possibly of Nandi, the sacred bull and mount of Shiva. In the northeast corner of the inner enclosure is a small laterite building that has been restored. 3-stepped pyramid. The inner enclosure contains a 3-tiered pyramid. On the pyramid's second level are 12 small sanctuaries grouped around the structure that each used to contain a linga, a representation of Shiva. At the center of each side of the pyramid is a stairway leading to the platform with the 5 towers. The stairway is guarded on both sides by lion statues. 5 prangs on the upper platform. The upper platform contains 5 prangs, the largest one in the center, the outer 4 smaller ones on the platform's corners. Each have an entrance door to the east and false doors to the other directions. Originally the towers were fully plastered, some of which still remains. A few Devata statues decorate its outer walls. Central prang enshrined the linga. The lintels contain several depictions, but are in a bad state of repair. The central prang contains a sanctuary room where the most important linga was enshrined. It now contains 2 Buddha images that were installed there later.